Hello everybody and welcome back to another chess video. Today I'll be teaching you how to play the wonderful game of chess in under 15 minutes. So first we're just gonna go ahead and start out with the weakest material, with the weakest thing. It's called a pawn. You start out with 8 of them. They move twice on the first move, and then as soon as they get to the other side of the board, they can promote to either a bishop, a knight, a rook, or a queen. I'll get on how they can't promote to the king later, but all you need to know is that a pawn starts on the second rank, can move twice in the first move, or once, and as soon as they get to the other side of the board, they promote. Now we're going to go to bishop. As you can see, we're just going to stop summoning bishops. As you can see, the two bishops go on the diagonal. You start out with two bishops, a light squared bishop and a dark squared bishop. So at least one of your bishops can touch with two bishops, a bishop can touch every square in the board. Like, watch. Pick a light squared square, and I want you to try to find one that the bishop cannot get to. Hold on. I want you to find one that the bishop cannot get to in 2 moves. Right here, you can just right here, bang. Heck, even right here, the bishop can go anywhere. If I am wrong, please correct me. Remember, you start out with 2, a light squared bishop and a dark squared bishop. They can go to, they move on the diagonal. See? They can go like this, and then the other one can go like this. They are worth 3 points of material. I will be covering material in a little bit. And then now you have the knights. Again, you spawn in with 2 of these. And so they move in. What was that? They move in L shapes. So, like, watch. So right here, you just or right here. I'm just gonna make a line to where every single one of the knight can move. Now, if you have a knight in the center, it can go to 8 spaces. Sorry, zoned out for a moment. Yeah, that's all where the knight can move. And now we're getting into the heavy pieces. The rook. This can touch every single square. It's like it's really cool. With 2 rooks, you can just you can checkmate the king. So, like, watch. We're just gonna... No, we're not gonna do that. We're gonna do that later. And so, yeah. Now, the rooks can go up. The rooks can go up and down. So like this. Now, the rook is worth 5 points of material. And now we are getting on to the queen. This is the most powerful piece. It is a bishop and a rook combined. Yes, combined. I don't know what I just did there. Anyway, so it can go into diagonals and it can move like a rook. So, like, I'm just gonna Okay, so we're gonna get it to one of the centerpieces, and I'm just gonna show you. So the queen can go like this, like this, like this, up, down, left, right. I want you to go ahead and count how many spaces she is looking at right now. Yeah, this is a lot of pieces, especially considering that most pieces don't even have, pieces like the knight can't even go around the board, like watch, they can't even do this. The pawn has to take 7 moves to get from here to here. The queen, 1, 1, 1. So the queen is the most powerful piece. Now, it's time for the king. I'm just gonna get the black king out of there. The king is the most important piece, but also one of the less powerful pieces. Lesser is the pawn. So the king can move, is like the queen. It can go in like the diagonal, it can go in like the diagonals, and then, but it can only go 1 square in that direction, like watch. I'm going to, like, you can't go like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna move the king over here. Like, I can only do that now because, there's not really rules now. But when I get into like a chess game, screw it. Let's go ahead and start up the position. Let's go ahead and start up the position. I'm just gonna. Okay, now king and queen. And now we're just gonna spam the pawns. Yes, all the pawns. And now black gets the same. It really doesn't matter, like what order the pieces, like you set them in. All it matters is that you get to this position. Hold on. I did that wrong. All it matters is you get to this position. This is how the board is supposed to be set up. Now, I'm just gonna be playing a good old game of chess. I'm going to be teaching you the golden moves right here. Watch. So this is, I forgot what opening it's called, but right here would be the Scotch. If takes, I'm just gonna restart this whole excursion thing. Okay, e4, e5, knight f3. No, I didn't. My gosh, this is making me mad. So we're just gonna plant a knight right here. Okay, so this is the average position you're going to get to in a game. Here is what you do. You go. What? You go right here. He cannot move, so he's probably gonna also develop a knight. So you're gonna go right here. He's gonna take. You're gonna take. He's not gonna take with the queen. Repeat. Don't take with the queen. Because if you take, takes, and you are sufficiently down material. And then there's just so many ways to get checkmated, like right here, and then I did my math wrong. Well, you get the point. Alright. Now we're just gonna... Now we're just gonna, you know, destroy all of these pieces. The pawn cannot move like this, by the way. I'm just using it to destroy everything. Baby, come on down to the riptide. Come on down to the water. Anyway, so you get the gist. One more thing to go over before I send you off on your merry little way. Pawn, 1 point. I'm gonna try to make a 1. Yeah. Pawn worth 1, sorry, 1 point. Bishop and knight. 3. Excuse me for my bad stuff. Rook. Sorry, hold on. I'm just... What? Okay, right. No. 5. Okay, hold on. I know I can write a 5. I'll just... Okay, there we go, 5. And now the queen. The queen is the easiest one to draw. It's worth 9. And the king is the lowest rated and the highest rated. Let me show you what I mean. Alright, hold on. So it goes like... Infinite. And yeah, so that's it for the video. And we are actually running under 15 minutes. So I hope you like it. I'll probably be putting in some background music. Why am I even including this? Bye.